Hi everyone, how about a delicious corn chowder this winter to warm you up? You're going to need some whole kernel corn. You can use frozen as I have here, or you can use canned. You also need a can of cream style corn. We'll need milk, some pepper, bacon, onion, carrot, potato, chicken stock. We'll need 2 cheeses, extra sharp and Velveeta, and a little bit of flour. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take our bacon. We'll need 6 slices of bacon for this recipe. So you remove the bacon from the package and slice it up small. Not too small that it will completely disintegrate when it's cooked, but so we can still see it in our delicious soup. Then I'm taking half of a sweet onion that's large. You could also use a whole small onion. The sweet onion really adds to this recipe. Dice that finely. Place it on the same plate with the bacon. So we're going to cook those together. Then take your carrots, peel them, and we're going to slice these carrots. If you want to use baby carrots, you could slice those as well or dice them. Then peel your potatoes. The soup will look way better if your potatoes are peeled. About 2 cups. I'm using B-size yellow potatoes. You could also use Yukon gold potatoes. Then we're going to freshly grate about 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Cheese is way better if you grate it at home instead of buying it pre-grated. 2 cups. And then we'll also need 1 cup of Velveeta cheese. Velveeta cheese melts really well, and it's great to use a combination of the both in the soup. 2 cups of chicken stock. And I'm using a Dutch oven, but if you'd like to use a deep pot, kettle, stock pot, it'll work great. We want to brown the bacon and the onion together. It takes a few minutes to get the bacon to the right texture for this recipe. We don't want it overly crisp, but we also don't want it too limp. So go ahead and brown that at a medium-high heat. And once it's nice and brown, then you can go ahead and add to that mixture your carrots and potatoes. I like to stir these a little bit at this point in the recipe to coat them a little bit with the fat from the bacon. And then we'll go ahead and add the chicken broth, stock, or water with chicken bouillon, whichever you would like to use. Once you've added that, we need to bring this mixture to a boil. Then we'll turn it down to medium heat and place the lid on for about 20 minutes just to cook the potatoes until they're soft. While that's cooking, you take 4 cups of milk and add 7 tablespoons of flour. We're going to whisk that in. I'm using Wondra flour today, which I've used in past recipes, reminding you how awesome it is to use when you're making a sauce or a gravy. You could also use regular flour. Once the potatoes are al dente, or kind of soft, go ahead and add the corn, both the whole kernel corn, 1.5 cups, as well as 1 can of cream style corn, which really makes this recipe more awesome. Stir that in, add a little bit of black pepper. This recipe doesn't really need a lot of salt because of the cheese. Mix those well, and then add your milk and flour mixture. We'll stir that in, and we're going to heat this back up for about 5 minutes until it's nice and warm. You probably don't want to boil it. You don't want to scorch the milk, but when it's nice and hot and almost to a simmer, we'll go ahead and add the cheeses. They'll melt quickly and you'll be ready to eat. Adding the cheddar and the Velveeta, stirring in until melted, and this soup is ready to enjoy. All right, so we dished it up, put a little paprika on the top. Look at the lovely corn, soft potatoes, nice piece of carrot. This is going to be great, I can tell. You get the sweetness from the corn. It's really cheesy, but not too cheesy. Please try this awesome hearty soup. Makes a great winter meal.